So for those of you who know me and have been around for a while, you know that I routinely appear over on the Rational Boomer podcast. And even though it was just a few days ago that I was a guest, Mike reached out and said, "Hey, you want to be back on the show?" I said, "Sure." I had nothing else going on. I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So we got together, we recorded the podcast. We sat down, we talked in a little more friendly setting than some social media platforms where we can talk for an hour to hour and a half, where we're not confined to just a quick less than 10-minute video or something like that. And we had a good discussion. We talked about a wide range of topics, from what's going on right now with the government shutdown, what the Republicans are doing to blame the Democrats for the shutdown, and how they're trying to weasel out of it or put the pressure on the Democrats, but they're not really negotiating. We talk about some almost conspiracy theory ideas that have been floating out there about how Donald Trump maybe doesn't make it to the end of his term for one reason or another, and what that might look like, and how the Republicans may have to rebrand going into 28. We covered a lot of topics. I encourage you to go check it out. Now, you can find the Rational Boomer over on Spotify for the audio version, and I guess now the video version as well, or the video is up on YouTube as well. You can find him at Rational Boomer on either of those platforms. If you go to my link tree in my bio, there is an affiliated creators link, and that would take you to the Rational Boomer's link tree, and that would take you to wherever he has the podcast or the rest of his content. So I encourage you to go check it out. It was a great show, and it is something I'm going to continue doing, even though, as I made mention of in a previous video, I launched the first episode of the Analyticaliowan podcast myself today. And eventually, it could come a day when Mike is actually guest appearing on my show. I mean, it would be pretty much the same format. We sit down, we discuss, and go from there. So keep an eye out for that. That probably will be coming in the future at some point. And for anybody who wants to guest appear over on the Rational Boomer podcast, it is a very easy process. Shoot Mike an email, and you set up a time, he sends you a link, you sit down with a camera, and you talk. You forget you're being recorded until he's done and he does his outro, and it says recording stopped. I forget I'm being recorded most of the time because we're just having a good conversation. So I encourage you to check out today's episode of the Rational Boomer podcast, where I'm the guest again yet today. Looking forward to my next appearance over on the podcast, whenever that would happen to be. Always a fun time, always a good discussion. Check out the Rational Boomer podcast wherever you get your podcasts.